never expected literally nothing from a and they couldn't even do that. You ever literally expected not a thing from a and they still let you down? God damn.
Pulling out her chair, walking on the outside of the sidewalk, saying, "Text me when you're home," isn't outdated. It's honor. You don't have to be rich to treat her like royalty. It's the small things that make her feel safe. Chivalry isn't corny. It's missing.
5 signs that the guy you're dating is a keeper. Number 1, he respects you and your boundaries. He never tries to force you to do things you're not comfortable with. Number 2, he expresses his emotions in a healthy way. He doesn't yell, he doesn't block you, he doesn't ignore you, he doesn't shut off emotionally. He actually communicates. Number 3, he values your thoughts and opinions. Number 4, he challenges you and himself to be better people. And number 5, he actually listens when you talk and acts on it.
I just saw a video of this man saying, he's like, am I the only guy that will never approach a woman? Like, no matter how beautiful she is, no matter, and whatever, I'll never approach a woman. And he's saying that if a woman really wants you, she'll come up to you. Jesus Christ, I come to you now. I come to you now, Lord, as humbly as I know how, to ask you to please send the flood. Oh God, send the flood now. Send the flood now. It just feels like every time I get on this app and I let myself watch a video where a man is going to be opening his mouth, I end up upset. And it's nobody's fault but mine. It's my fault because I should have watched the video. I knew when the video started, I said, I'm not gonna like what he's about to say. I knew it. And I still sat there and I watched it.
And for a lot of these modern women who are strong and independent, I don't need no man. At some point in time, and this is what Kevin Samuels talked about, they're gonna hit that wall. They're gonna hit that wall. They've made being strong and independent their identity. And at some point in time, they're gonna be like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it. Send me a man. Please send me somebody that's gonna help me. It's hard. These bills are hard. I can do it by myself. I really can. But I don't want to. I'm tired of it. Well, with the way that y'all be hyping yourselves up and your friends be hyping you up to talk silly, a lot of times modern women ruin their chances at a man by telling them, oh, I don't need you. So that man be, oh shoot, let me go find somebody that does.
All they want to do to you is fuck.
So many women in the comments agree with it, but it's crazy because if you ask them what they bring to the table, they'll say, I am the table. So that's literally all they want to offer, and they mad that's all you want, like you got any other option. Why do you think inside of a relationship they try to use this leverage? Because that's what they bring to the table, and they can't give you too much of it, otherwise they'll lose that leverage. That's why the will get so his birthday and holidays if he's a dummy. Or how about the fact that I'm 35, and even though I don't want to get married no more, I used to always want to. But imagine when the whole time all I was doing is just have. Because you can think a relationship is real, but it's not. They can think they better than you, but it don't matter. You just gave me this whole time. We ain't have to do all that extra shit. So it ain't a problem when that's all they want. It's not a problem when they cheating on you and then they on the side just want that. It's like when you they boyfriend or husband, they just gotta treat you the worst. They gotta figure out a reason to make you look like the enemy. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
You want to know why men are leaving relationships today? Because you became his biggest source of stress. Men are going to leave relationships when women become the biggest stress factor in life. The reality of it is right now is that ladies out there, you're telling yourself a comforting lie. You're calling him a narcissist. That he was treating you badly, that he was cheating, he was checking out other women, he was doing all of these things. But the reality of it is, you became his biggest source of stress. He came home to nagging and drama. He came home to someone that was never happy with anything that he did. He came home to someone that was consistently belittling him, putting him down, and mentally draining every ounce of him, while still having to worry about the bills and everything else that needed to be met. His work, his family, his friends, being the source of income for plenty of people around him, and at the same time being told that anything he did wasn't good enough, and if he spoke up, it wasn't fair what he said. Don't be his stress.
You know, I always think about, when we talk about, you know, approaching and things of that nature, I always think about how men used to say hello a lot, right? Hey, how you doing? But I think with the way modern women act, then a man's, you know, a lot of these men just kind of go their way and they do their thing. You know, why do men do that? How come men ignore us? Not necessarily ignoring, I'm just going on about my day, right? You have women out here that are crazy. They're weird. Say things like, oh, you know, he's making me uncomfortable because I said hello. Because I said, how's it going? What are your plans for this week? Literally. Like you have women out here. There was a woman got online talking about how a man made her uncomfortable because he asked her, or he mentioned what floor she lived on. It was like, oh, you're from the 4th floor. Oh, now I know you're watching me. No, we live in the same building. We work out at the same gym in our apartment. Are you okay? I've seen you in my apartment. I've seen you in my building. Are you all right?
Have you ever tried dating a single dad who actually wants to see their kids? Hardship as a single mum. Right. There's a 50-50 chance whether your weekends are going to align. Like your weekend off will be their weekend on. So you have to, there's some groundwork there. You've got to work out, are your weekend's going to work? Then your weekdays. Are your weekdays the corresponding, if you get any off, are theirs off? Or they're fully with their, you know, kids, and then they have to do the activities, taking them swimming, and obviously you've got to do the swimming and you've got to do the football. So it's a massive pain in the butt. But if you do date a single dad who actually likes to see their kids, they are the sweetest men ever. They are. They're lovely. They're amazing. The men that do not want to see their kids, red flag. The guys that put their kids first and will go, oh, sorry, I can't go on a date with you tonight. Freddie's ill. That's a real man. That's a real man. Put your kids first. That's what we want. But yeah, you just got to navigate the search bar first.
Question for the single woman, just out of curiosity. In the year of 2026, outside of the gym, which for some reason we've collectively agreed is not like a socially acceptable place to approach women, if you were just out and about, like shopping, like at a restaurant or a cafe, would you appreciate if a guy walked up to you and tried to talk to you and get your number? Or would you prefer to be completely left alone in public and only reached out to through Instagram DMs and Hinge?
And you know, these modern women, they do this weird thing, man. Modern women just do crazy stuff nowadays, right? They're out here. They go to therapy and they think that they know everything, right? So now you have these modern women that are ending relationships, situationships, I would even say. It shouldn't be that serious. I'll even go as far as to say these are not even situationships. What we're talking about is modern women ending like maybe even a week of talking with 4-paragraph essays, texting these guys 4 paragraphs long. If you're going to do that, just send me an email. If you're going to do that, just send me a voice note or something like that on WhatsApp so I can at least listen to it while I'm working or I'm cooking. You know what I mean? But they want to send this, oh man, you know, we have misaligned attachment styles and you didn't want to hold space for me and you didn't come over here and do this for me. And the guy was like, I just had to work the next morning. I just had to go to work, man. And you were texting me when I was asleep. I was at a company event. I didn't have my phone on me. That's what I told you. I couldn't do anything. But that's what modern women do. That's how they act. They act like, well, if he ain't handling it in this way that I want him to, or he's not doing the things that I want him to, avoiding attachment style, mommy issues, daddy issues, narcissists. What are you talking about?
But it may be you're not being approached by the types of guys that you like because you were not the type of girl that they like. How can we increase our chances on being around like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men? So number one, what you need to do, actually, before we even talk about the space, what I need you to do is to look your best. We're talking about light makeup. We're talking about the hairstyle that looks the best on you. We're talking about having in your earrings at all times. It looks like a nice top, right? It does not look like your college hoodie from when you played volleyball 25 years ago, right? It does never looks like a bonnet. Now you may say, Allison, you from Brooklyn. I've seen you in a bonnet. Yeah, I'm already married. Now that does not excuse looking rinky-dink around my husband, but if I'm not making an effort to show up as my best self, it's because I'm not trying to attract anyone. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to talk to me, right? You want to be approached, which means you have to give us approachable. You have to give us desirable. I know that's extremely shallow, but it may be you're not being approached by the types of guys that you like because you were not the type of girl that they like.
That's the benefit of a man planning a date. I mean, don't you guys want to take the lead? There's your opportunity. There's your chance to make a great impression. There's your chance to show me how you think, how you plan, how you move, what you like, what your style is. How you plan a date tells me a lot about you as a person. And so as a man, if you want to take the lead, it starts by planning a date, because how else are you going to lead anything? You can't lead a relationship if you don't lead and plan the dates first to even get in the relationship. Relationships just don't come by snapping your fingers. Because it's easy for me to order some food or to drive myself to a restaurant and buy my own nice 3-course meal. I can do that on my own. So if I'm going to go on a date, I definitely expect a man to take the lead.
The fact that some of these singles events, and these mixers and stuff like that. Now I've seen some mixers out there that are pretty, they look pretty good. That's something I might go to if I were single, right? But then you have a lot of them where men don't come at all. And women are like, where are all the good men at? How come men aren't showing up to this type of stuff? Well, it's not really beneficial. A lot of this stuff to a man isn't really, there's nothing, I ain't going to take anything home from it. Well, you might get a number, you might get. And what might means is similar to playing the lottery. Well, you might win, so keep on playing. I'm going to keep on playing the lottery, and I might never win. But I've spent a lot of money. I've accumulated a lot of tickets, a lot of lottery tickets. And when I've counted up the cost, man, I spent a lot of money on something that I never even had a chance to win. Well, do you have a shot? Probably I have a shot. A chance to win in general, but do I have an actual chance versus a 1 in infinity chance? Probably not. And that's how a lot of men feel about dating. They don't really have a shot with a lot of these modern women, with the way that they act, with the way that they treat me, and really honestly and truly on that subject, with the way that they treat me, do I want to?
It is not quirky or funny to publicly admit that your emergency contact is your boyfriend or husband who is deeply incompetent and irresponsible. It is wildly concerning to me to see all of the women that are under the sound that are saying, ladies and gentlemen, my emergency contact, and he is doing the most outlandish type of behavior.
Your back's gotta be pretty sore from doing all that reaching. Like, there's no way you didn't grow 3 inches. It has got to be very exhausting trying to turn every single moment into a think piece on hating men. This is a very harmless trend, women posting their partners doing something goofy and captioning it my emergency contact. That's literally the joke. But you've somehow managed to try and turn it into some kind of deep commentary about incompetence and irresponsibility based off of a 5-second clip. You deduced that about someone from a 5-second clip. Be so for real. God forbid women actually feel safe and secure in their relationships. God forbid they actually have a dynamic where they can joke around with their partner. But no, you had to make it about how awful men are because he tripped over his own feet in a TikTok. If you are mad that you can't participate in the trend, then just say that. Because your username being your boyfriend's worst nightmare and your bio saying let men rot make it pretty clear where you stand. Maybe this just isn't the space for you. By all means, keep trying to suck the fun out of everything while we are out here actually enjoying our relationships.
You're like actually really, really beautiful. So I promise you, your looks are not the problem. What I need you guys to understand is that there's actually not a lot of men just out there that are approaching women. There's not men doing cold approaches out on the street, at the grocery store. That's not really happening. So if that's what you're using as a value judgment of how attractive you are, that's not real. It doesn't exist unless you're like literally Megan Fox, I guess. But if you want to be approached, if you're looking for a man to approach you, then you need to go to approaching places. If you don't mind a man who drinks and you like drinking yourself, then go to the bar. Go to the bar. That's where people are expected to approach each other. Like a place of mutual interest. Like I go to the gym. I've been approached a couple times at the gym. Men have like struck up a conversation with me a few times at the gym. But that's another thing. A lot of people aren't chasing you down to ask for your number. They're just going to start chatting with you if they see you around. So go to the same place consistently. I actually kind of need to do some field research for you guys on like coffee shops and stuff like that. Like, can I get someone to approach me at a coffee shop? I'm going to do some field research with you on that and get back to you and see how I make that work. And then I'll give you my notes. The only time I've been like consistently approached like on the street at the liquor store as I'm walking down the street, someone rolled down their window was in Winnemucca, Nevada. Very small town, 8,000 people. I don't know what was in the water there. It made the men bold. It's not like that in the city I live now.
One thing modern women really don't want to admit is that, they say a lot of times that men are fumbling them, men are missing good opportunities, and in some situations, that's probably right. But when are we going to start to talk about the opportunities that you guys are missing? When are we going to start to talk about, let's not go back and forth saying, well, a man did this and a man did that. Let's not do that. What did I do? How was I the problem in the relationship? How come he stopped responding like he did in the beginning? Was I putting the energy in that I should have? If you're really honest with yourself, maybe you did some things right, but then maybe you also did some things wrong. And that's where modern women stop. They'll talk for months on end with their friends, family, pastor, whoever will listen about the things that they did right. But they're not going to touch the things that they did wrong. They're not going to be accountable for the stuff that they did in the relationship that made it go sideways.
Did you guys know that 44% of Gen Z men have never approached a woman in public, which is crazy, but also makes sense if you haven't been living under a rock. So if you're a man, a Gen Z or whoever, and you don't know how to approach a woman in public, this is for you. Don't know why it gets so complicated so quick, guys. Just keep it simple. It doesn't even have to be like this special thing unless you have like a genuine compliment you want to give her. If it doesn't seem like she's doing something like crazy important, just go up to her and be like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I saw you. I think you're beautiful and I would love to get to know you more, or here's my number. If she's immediately like standoffish, rude, or says she has a boyfriend, just say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for interrupting you. I hope you have a great. And guess what? If a woman is mean to you right off the bat, when you give her a genuine compliment, you don't want to be with her anyways. And two, I think the key in all this is we are going to be pretty guarded in the get-go, though, to try to suss out the situation. But you can like read her and see that she has a positive response. I think you have the green light. And like the key in all of it is keep the convo super short, especially if she's with other people. And then like don't linger, because then that's just like creepy. That's creepy if anyone lingers. If a girl is lingering by you and you're like, why are you in my space? I don't know what it is, but recently I've kind of just had this like fuck it mindset with like dating and meeting people. I mean, that's why I'm on dating apps like Cuffed and meeting new people, because it's just fun. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this topic, but this is just mine. So yeah.
Be the one who got away and got her life together. Because that avoidant man that you're so scared of leaving, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but he's always going to have more love and respect for the woman who got away than the one who stayed and settled for all of his BS. Because the most attractive trait a person can possess is self-respect. You think that by being overly forgiving, you're building his admiration, when really you're building his entitlement. And so over time, the harder you work, the more he resents you and he actually becomes disgusted by you. I want you to think about people that you have met for the first time and they are very eager for you to like them. Does that make you like and respect them more? No. It's not about being liked. That's important. It's about being respected. What you like is going to vary throughout your life, but what you respect stays relatively consistent. I've yet to see a successful relationship thrive without it. No relationship should cost you your dignity and your self-respect. The moment you realize I cannot love this person and respect myself at the same time, pack it up.
And you know, what's wild is that modern women will spend years. They will spend years building a checklist off of TikTok. Man's got to be 6'2", got to be a finance guy, emotionally available. He's got to read books, but not just any kind of book. This type of book. He can't even watch a lot of different types of shows. He's got to watch this type of show, right? And then she finally gets this guy. Then when she gets the guy that she actually likes, she's going to text her friend, talk about, I'm bored. He feels like a LinkedIn profile came to life. Oh, he not really the person. I just don't feel like there's a spark there. And you see it when modern women say, I married the good guy, and it's okay to divorce the good guy. You got exactly what you said that you wanted, and you're disappointed. Maybe the problem was never actually him. Maybe the problem was you. Maybe it was, I'm looking at superficial stuff. I'm wanting a man to perform all these services for me, but there's no actual genuine connection. Why? Because he's really the only one bringing anything to the table. He's really the only one that really actually does things for me because he likes me. Dare I say it, loves me. But I'm not doing anything for him, but just receiving. And that should be good enough. That's going to build a relationship. Somebody that gets to do things for you all the time. Are you okay?
Ignoring her? Let me tell you what you're really doing. You're only teaching her how to live without you, my brother. Men often think, oh, she's suffering. She's missing me. She's waiting for me to come back. But here's the hard truth. You're not breaking her down. You're helping her adjust. Now, let me ask you this. If you keep pushing someone away, what do you think they're going to do? Sit around crying forever? No, man. She's learning how to find her own peace, her own strength. She's realizing she doesn't need to depend on you for her happiness. And that's a lesson that could make her stronger than ever. She's adjusting to life without you, one day at a time. As the saying goes, you don't realize the value of what you had until it's gone. So if you're ignoring her thinking it'll keep her close, think again. Ignoring her is only showing her how to move on, and eventually she will. So don't make that mistake. Treat the ones you love with respect and attention, or one day you'll wake up and realize you taught them how to live without you. If you agree, drop 100, follow, and share this with someone who needs this message.
What you're seeing a lot of these modern women do is use what they think they've learned. Some of these women are not even going to therapy. They're just listening to what they've heard online, and who's ever describing whatever they're describing online, they're saying, oh, that sounds like my situation. And so they're going back and trying to diagnose whoever they're arguing with. It's almost like something psychologically or mentally to where when you hear something, you repeat it the very next time. Like, well, honestly and truly, that's kind of how music works. So, with music, you're going to hear something and you're going to repeat it. And that's why they try to make even some of these tunes and stuff like that don't make a lick of sense. It's got a catchy beat. That's why they're trying to put it toward a catchy beat, because you remember the beat and you start singing the song. And that song that you didn't like, you'll start singing again and you'll listen to it again. And then somebody would be like, I thought you said that you didn't like that song. I don't, but I don't know what it is about it. The beat is catchy, and so I listen to it. And they're, getting money because you're still listening to their song and they're playing it, but originally thought it was a dumb song. That's essentially what this is. They continue to hear this sort of thing, and it's like music over and over again. And so next time they say it to you and they apply it to you, instead of taking accountability, instead of saying, no, this is my fault, they try to diagnose you mid-argument, even though it's something that they're doing, right? When a man says, I'm looking for consistency, I'm looking for respect, you don't text me back, you don't text me at all, you don't treat me like or reciprocate anything from me, I'm looking for somebody that likes me like I like them. Oh, well, that's narcissistic behavior, that's somebody that's conceited. They'll say that type of stuff to get you off of their trail. They'll try to use something that they heard somewhere else, don't even know what it's talking about, don't really even understand it, to try to apply it to you and be dead.
Dating in New York is terrible. There's an epidemic of single women and single men because no one wants to get married anytime soon. Women want to settle down and have a life with somebody, and the men just are taking advantage of the fact that they know that they don't have to have kids. You know, rightfully so, as they should. Like, men should be able to do whatever they want as much as women should be able to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? You'll end up getting ghosted or lied to, or something turns into a situationship that you didn't necessarily think was going to be a situationship. Dating in New York is terrible.
I think what modern women don't really want to admit is that they've been on Hinge for 2 years, swiping left. If a guy is holding a fish or wearing a certain shirt, sunglasses as their first pick, and that sort of stuff, then you want to post rants about how the algorithm is broken, Hinge is taking all my money, all of the good men are hid behind the paywall, and all that other stuff. Actually, if you would, I'm not saying that you have to pick the guy that you don't want to pick, but y'all are passing on men because he was holding a fish in his hand. He was holding a fish in his hand. Oh, well, he likes to fish too much. Isn't there some things that you like to do too much? Some of you ladies like makeup too much, and you'll spend hours doing that, but you want that man to leave you alone. Some of y'all are involved in gossip too much. Y'all have spent hours, days on end gossiping. Y'all will find new TV shows, new YouTube videos and channels that talk about nothing but gossip. That's all you want to hear about. And then you come home trying to talk that to him while he's trying to relax and play a game. You tell him about drama and stuff like that. And I know a man listen to you because you just go, oh, wow, that's crazy. But he'll listen to that and try to engage with you. But if a man wants to do something, oh, I really don't want to do that. So a lot of times it's the man having to take on what the woman wants to do, what a model, like for these ladies, at least what these ladies want to do, totally fully embrace it, or you don't embrace me, you don't really love me. And when a man says, okay, these are the things that I like to do, it's childish. That's childish. And you need to stop it immediately. Shaming men for doing the things that men like to do, instead of trying to sit down there and understand why he likes to do it, and maybe every so often get involved in it. But if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. If the man's playing the game, go get some coffee, go watch your favorite TV show. That's the time alone that you can go spend with a girlfriend. Oh, we had a girls' night out. You know, we just went down there and we just got drinks and we just sat at the bar for a little while, and then after that we just came home. You know, I'll talk to my man for the rest of the night and went to bed. That could be the time that you're doing that. Or you go over her house and y'all have like a girls' night where y'all watch reruns of the 90-day Love Island stuff, or whatever you guys like to watch. Do that. But y'all be so far in a man's bit. Y'all be so far trying to stop him from doing the stuff that he likes to do, instead of getting involved and saying, okay, you know, let me come into his world. Most of the time it's, well, he got to come into mine. But if I see something I don't like and he gonna want me to get involved in that, swipe. Okay, in 10 years you'll be like, oh, well, where are the good men at? You just kept on swiping on them.